My belief is they'll both show up on the 10th, and it's going to be a pivotal moment for the fall campaign.
Why not debate her?
Well, wait. But because they already know everything. They say, oh, Trump's, not doing the debate. That's the same thing they'll say now. I mean, right now I say, why should I do a debate? I'm leading in the polls. And everybody knows her, everybody knows me. But when I looked at the hostility of that, I said, why am I doing it? Let's do it with another network.
I mean, look, they're going to debate. Trump needs to debate. Harris needs to debate. They both have something to prove. Trump needs to prosecute a case against Harris that's not, he's not going to get any help, let's be honest. He's going to have to do it himself, pointing out all the discrepancies between the supposed moderate today Kamala Harris and the extreme liberal that she's been for her whole career. So he's going to have to do it himself. He needs to show up, and she's got to show up too. Honestly, it's pretty rich for her campaign to be using chicken noises against Donald Trump when you consider that all this time she's been in the race, her campaign has been too scared to put her in front of even one journalist so far.
Donald Trump has suggested he might back out of a planned presidential debate against Democratic nominee Kamala Harris. The two campaigns are at odds over the debate details, such as whether or not microphones will be muted.
The latest feud between the Trump and Harris campaigns could keep the candidates off the debate stage next month.
This former president is so scared to get on the debate stage.
I think they'll do anything they can to try to get out of a debate with President Trump.
The debate before the debate is whether microphones should be muted when it's the other candidate's turn to speak. That rule was in place during the Biden-Trump debate in June, and we all know how that worked out for the current president. Now Harris's team is demanding the mic stay hot.
That is absolutely our preference in this campaign, to have live microphones so that the American people can see both candidates for who they are and hear everything that comes out of their mouths.
At a campaign stop in Virginia Monday, Trump admitted he doesn't care if his mic is muted or not. But he doesn't like that Harris's camp is trying to change rules they already agreed to.
Now all of a sudden they want to make a change in the rules because she can't answer questions. We can't have another dummy as a president, okay?
Several networks invited Trump and Harris to debate on their air. The former president accepted multiple offers, but the vice president has only agreed to a debate on ABC so far.
In my book, there should be 3 presidential debates, not one. If voters are not informed, then it's not a democracy with real votes.
If the ABC debate goes forward as planned, it will happen 6 days before some Pennsylvania voters can begin casting their votes, the first in the country.
For more, let's bring in the Australian's foreign editor, Greg Sheridan. Hi there, Greg. So, do you think there should be hot mics?
Well, I think it's great to be with you, first of all. I think this is the first time we've spoken on air, and so I'm honoured. I think
Thank you so much for speaking out for me.
Not a bit. I think the having the mics muted helped Trump last time, but it helped him mainly because it controlled his hyper-aggressive urges. But Trump is clearly just behind now, so he should have a debate, whatever conditions Harris insists on. And Harris is ahead. So when you're ahead, you don't really want a debate because the debate might upset things. And when you're behind, you want a debate under any circumstances. So Trump should take whatever conditions are offered, but he should control himself and keep quiet so that he doesn't look like a bully when she's speaking, so that he doesn't look like a bully. And so that if, Kamala Harris, not as bad as Biden, but she is a bit famous for word salads herself, he should let her, make her own mistakes, so to speak. But he really needs a debate, absolutely.
So, say there is a debate. What do you think is going to happen?
Well, I think the expectations are now a bit too high for Trump. And Kamala Harris is not suffering cognitive decline like Joe Biden. She's not a very good performer in unscripted situations, but she will memorize 20 or 30 key answers to the obvious questions that are going to come up. All she has to do is look reasonably unflustered and reasonably confident, and he will hope she makes a mistake, and she will hope that he blusters and bullies and talks over her and so on, because that looks very badly for him. But it is notable that her handlers have kept her away from any spontaneous situation. No press conference, no in-depth interview, nothing like that, because she was basically a weak candidate, and they have created a magnificent vibe around her. They're handling her as well as they handled Biden 4 years ago. And the debates is one of the few opportunities where she'll be subject to scrutiny in a way that is not scripted, can't be rescued by a teleprompter or by event handlers.
Do you think this sort of protection for Harris is actually going to backfire, because this has become a major point of criticism for the Trump team, that Harris is hiding?
Yes, I think it does hurt Harris. If she looks as though she's hiding, that does hurt her. But she can diffuse that, I think, relatively easily. It's not very hard to get a softball one-on-one interview, and not like the tough interviewers you get on Sky, but you could easily line up
yeah, in Australia we tear them apart.
yeah I mean, there's no hiding when you do a Sky TV interview, but she could easily line up a softball kind of pro-Democrat interviewer, and she could do a few little unscripted things, by the side of the airplane where she only takes 2 or 3 questions. I think Trump really has to swing back to a hard policy message rather than his personal attacks on her. He certainly wants to generate as many unscripted moments as he can, but she's not like Biden. She's not going to kind of have a complete, obvious inadequate moment.
Meltdown.
You wouldn't think.